Yeah, man. What's up, beautiful guitar people out there? Welcome to the channel and welcome to another 4-bar solo anyone can play. Well, that was me jamming at the same time. How cool is that? Well, these 4-bar solo videos have one purpose, because when it comes to soloing, people talk about different stuff. For me, a solo is communicating. It's like, putting a phrase after another that makes sense. If you take a lick from Eddie Van Halen, one from B.B. King, another one from Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the last one maybe from Joe Bonamassa, if you put them together, it would sound like crap. Excuse me. It would not sound like a solo. So soloing is something extremely, it has to have a flow, a melody. It has to have phrasing. It has to have chord tones. You have to follow. People have to be, they have to want to listen to something, and not just it's fast, wow, how cool is that, or it's fancy. So these 4-bar solo lessons are for those of you guys who want to learn how to solo from the start to the end of a chord progression that makes sense, are easy to play, and are fun to play, most of it. So if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, it doesn't matter. Have fun with it and learn it. Just how Alex from Bolzano, Italy did. The cool guy, one of my viewers and also a good friend of mine, I have to say, has just, learned the last video that I made, and he made a solo and he made a video, and let's look at it right now. Alex, you totally nailed it. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for sending me the video. You're great, great playing, really cool guy. Thank you so much. If any one of you guys feels like, sending me your videos of the solos that I put out, just, send them to me. I'm really appreciating to watch them and, post them or whatever. So if you want to drop a comment, you can do that too. You can also, like the video or subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Anyway, let's start with this lesson. Here we go with the riff. I want to show you this. 3, 4. Why would we learn the chords and the riff? Why? Because if you don't know the chords, if you can't play the chords, you will never be able to play a solo over it. You need to know what, your rhythm section is doing so you can follow the chords. That's why we learn the rhythm quickly. It's really easy. We are in an A major chord progression which starts on the A major chord, then a G major chord, then the D major chord, and then the A major chord. Just to quickly run through the riff section that I made, it's actually fun to play. You play the A power chord, you just palm mute and play the root twice. Hammer on from 3 to 4 and play that A with an upstroke again. G. You do that same thing right here. Play the root twice, palm muted. Slide up to 9. Play the 5th right here on the 5th fret of the A string. Go to the D chord, do the same thing. Root here on the 5th fret of the A string. You play the inversion. So you play the fifth, the D right here twice, slide up to 9, and then you grab the the two strings D and G on the 7th fret with barring your first finger. And that's basically it. There's a little country thing going on at the turnaround. It's actually really cool. Let's just look at it quickly. So it's 3, 4, 2, 4, 2. To 4, go off to 2, go take the A again here on the 2nd fret. You grab the C and give it a slight bend, and that's it, the whole thing. That's the rhythm, so you know A, G, D, A. Which leads us to the obvious question, what kind of key are we in? Yes, we're in an A major key. And the solo that we want to learn right now, the one that you heard in the beginning, this solo is also in the A major key. We actually play in the magic triangle, the so-called BB King box. Most of the stuff that the solo contains is just these 3 notes right here. 11 on the G, 10 on the B, 12 on the B. Let me just play the solo for a quick second and then we look at it note for note. 2, 3. Yeah, that's now the 4-bar solo that you should be able to, play after this video ends in like pretty much 5 minutes or so. Okay, let's look at it note for note. You slide up to the 11th fret of the G string with your middle finger. You play the A twice right here on 10 on the B string. You take the ring finger and grab the B on the 12th fret on the B string. You bend twice and give it a little shake. That's the first lick. The second lick is going to C and bend it up to D. Once you're in tune, give it a little shake, a little vibrato, some attitude. Then you go back to B, and you just bend up to B, from B to C, rebend, back to A. We played until here with the jam track so you can hear what happens. 2, 3. Really not what I played. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty much it, huh? And then we already go to the 3rd phrase, which is it's also nicely starting with the same, notes that we start the first phrase. But we're going to play a 5th interval from the A right up here to the E on the high E string, 12th fret. This makes it interesting because normally you play like, scales one note after another as fast as you can. And this is not soloing. This is just noodling. If you want to play a senseful solo, a meaningful solo, with cool phrases, you also have to build in some, you know, intervals, some other intervals than just like from one note to the other in the scale, right? So let me play until here so you can see the context. 2, 3. I'm not so sure. Yeah, before we go up to the E, it's like 11, 10, 10. Go back to 11. We actually play even a bigger interval before we... This is the interesting part, right? Then the pre-last lick is this one. Extremely easy, but really beautiful. Band reband on the 12th fret on the E string. Same thing on the B. Land on the A, which is our chord or root note. And then we have the last phrase, which goes like this. You grab the 11th fret of the G string, pull off to 9. You go to the D string in the 11th fret, slide immediately down to the 9th fret, pull off to 7, do that also on the A string, and our last note is the A on the 7th fret of the D string. So the whole thing again. 2, 3. You see, I pretty much played the same solo twice, but then the second time I just used the same notes, just a little bit of different, you know, articulation, a bit different attitude, and you already have a really great sounding solo. If you liked it, as I said, subscribe, like, you know, comment, whatever you like, and send me your videos if you learned this one. See you next time. Have a good time. Cheers. Bye-bye.